guys, we are reaching the final question of our icebreaker question. It is you work hard, you have accomplished so much. You're women of so much caliber, you have strived so much, you've put in the hours, you've grinded, you've really put yourself in front, you've chosen yourself every time. You've never put a man in front of your situation, you've never put a family, you just put yourself in front of it, yeah? You've won an award. What is this award? What is this award that's saying that I've put in the work? I have made sure that I've put in the grind. People are noticing me for this passion, for this craft, for this grind over here. What is that award? Is it a award that Kenyans can view and say we are putting this on Citizen TV, on the newspaper, on the internet? Are you the first person to win a Grammy in Kenya that's really highly publicized? Are you winning a Nobel Peace Prize? Are you winning an Oscar? What are you winning? What is this award that you're seeing in the back of your mind? Because I know that we're women who work very hard, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yes. What award have you visualized seeing yourself receiving and being proud as a Kenyan to be like, I am a Kenyan who has won this award? What is that award?
The is the same as the one you asked about the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd still want to win in my imaginary world the Ballerina award. Like it is the highest award for being a ballerina.
Achievement
That's the
of
one.
a ballerina,
Yeah.
the Kenyan first ballerina.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Kipchoge, the way he was like, "There's no limit."
You want to get those techno ads,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
At first, when you asked the question, I was like, can I be the first person who plants, like, allow people to plant like 1 billion trees in one day? Like, I only need 1 million people to plant everyone like 1 million trees, and then now the whole day, like we are breaking the record in Kenya. This is the person who allowed people to plant trees.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I'm like, but I love to see people smile, like putting a smile on kids. Because I also do charity in most of my other life, so I feel like putting a smile in a child who is below 10, it's like big
like
thing for me.
foundation.
Having a whole foundation and being recognized as the person who moved these children from one step to another, and the whole country, the whole world is recognizing me for that.
Oh, that is really sad.
Nice one.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would be having to have sex education classes in public and private schools in Kenya, where we can also either have conversations about managing emotions and having emotional intelligence, whether you're growing up, whether you feel whatever you feel, because as people, as human beings, we know that we're craving connection at the end of the day. But I feel like some of us are raised in different kind of households where we don't know how to receive love nor give love, or have an open dialogue about what you want to ask about sex, or how you want to be able to even have the freedom to talk about it. I feel like I would want to have classes in public and private schools that talk about those kind of like subjects, where you understand as a young girl, as a young boy, how to conduct yourself when you feel like you're falling for somebody, and it's actually not falling for somebody, it's having butterflies for somebody, and then you're realizing it and you're feeling it, and you're also having your urges, your sexual energies getting tapped into, because once again, we're humans, we have needs. I feel like it's important for us to have open conversations about that and to normalize it, because also your family should help you normalize it. Your students and teachers and lecturers should actually make it very open and wide for you to not feel shameful or judged. Because one thing is that like once you feel like that shame, you kind of like hover in and you don't become the person that you want to be. You kind of like slowly with time you become a shell of yourself. I feel like if we had conversations about sex, about emotional intelligence, about death, and I know that's a conversation we had in the office earlier today about death, but having the right etiquette, having the right kind of verbs and vocal vocabularies, hey, vocabulary, vocabula, guy, it's not coming, guys, but you know what I mean. And then just having the correct the way you conduct yourself when it comes to those kind of conversations, point blank. um for sex or communication, how you feel, your feelings, death, whatever that may be. Like, let's have a space where we feel comfortable to talk about that stuff. I feel like that's so important because some of us were not raised in the same households where one person, Philomena, you feel free to talk about your parents about something. Purity doesn't feel free about talking about something. And then I feel like I'm caught in the middle too. So, like, let's have that kind of space in Kenya because I feel like that's going to make a huge difference when it comes to other African cultures talking about that stuff. Because let's break these generational curses and actually, like, talk about what we feel at the moment. But yeah, that's what I would want to create, like a Nobel Peace Prize, where I can be able to unite Kenyan citizens to be able to feel that freedom to talk about. I don't know if that's an actual award or an actual like prize, but like it would be really fucking cool to be able to say that I introduced sex education classes in Kenya. Like, I'm the reason who introduced that to Kenyans. Like, that would be really dope. That's one thing for me.